Alright, today I'll be teaching you about for loops. We'll start by presenting you with this extremely simple problem. I want you to print the numbers 1 through 10 to the console. Normally we would approach this problem by just counting each number individually, like so. And then we would repeat this code, pretty much changing the number obviously, until we got to the number 10. And then we would be done with the problem. But you can see that this is redundant as we use essentially the same line of code over and over again. And this is what for loops can help you eliminate. So I'll show you the basic syntax for a for loop, and then I'll explain what it does. So we would approach this problem by declaring this for loop. So there's 3 sections to a for loop. The first part, this part, is the declaration. So this is where you declare your indexing variable. The second part is your condition. So the condition is we want it to be true. If the condition is true, the code inside the for loop will execute. So our condition will be I is less than 11. And then we're going to update I by adding 1 to it. So, like I said, we'll declare I equal to 1, and what this is saying is as long as I is less than 11, the code inside will execute, and after every iteration we're going to add 1 to I. So, we're going to make this code inside the for loop. And this will print out the value of I for every iteration. So now we'll go through a couple iterations. So on iteration 1, we're going to declare I equal to 1. So I is equal to 1. We're going to say, okay, 1 is less than 11. So now the code inside will execute. And we'll print 1 to the console. And then since the for loop has reached the end, we're going to add 1 to I. So now I is equal to 2. And then we'll go into our second iteration. So this is iteration 2. So we skip this part because this is the declaration will only execute in the first iteration because we're declaring a local variable here. So now 2 is still less than 11, so we'll go through and execute the code again and print 2 to the console. And then we'll add 1 after this code is executed. And then we'll get to 3, I equals 3. And this will go on until we get to the last iteration when I will be equal to 10. So let's say we're going to print out 9, and then we're going to add 1 to it, so now I will be equal to 10. And now 10 is still less than 11, but barely, and then we're going to go through and execute this again. So 10 will print, we'll update the variable again, and now this I will be equal to 11, and now 11 is not less than 11, and it will exit the for loop. And then we're done. So this is this equivalent to writing cout 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 over and over again. So this for loop allows you to execute the same line of code for a predetermined amount of times. So similarly, we could print the numbers 10 to 1, and we could do it like this. We simply change a few things in our for loop. So now we're going to declare I equal to 10 because we want to start at 10. And then we will say as long as it is greater than 0. And now we're going to decrement it. So we're going to subtract 1 from it at the end of every for loop. Then this will print 10 to 1. And we're basically going to flip this. Things to be aware of is that your for loop condition has to be correct, because if I were to do this, and let's say I declared it equal to -1, this would declare I equal to -1 and it would decrement it, and this statement would always be true, and this for loop would execute forever. So this is how to do a for loop, and be careful for the condition, and thanks.